flotillas in the stream, hoping for what's true. I'm trawling for honor in this shallow pool. Borealis starlit crown arches over the Puget Sound. Berenice's hair drapes the horizon to the full air. Where is my lucky star tonight? The seventh sister of the Pleiades walks in beauty like the night. Oh, that is best, dark and now lost to me. Only trust in the northern star. That's the only point that's fixed. I once believed in love. Even love cannot bridge this rift.
Night Dreams Talk Radio, After Dark, wants to give a big shout out to all the truckers that listen to our show.
If you would like to hear Night Dreams Talk Radio on your local radio station, let them know. Tell them to check out www.nightdreamstalkradio.com. And thank you.
You can advertise your business on Night Dreams Talk Radio, and you will be heard worldwide. Why not contact us at nightdreamstalkradio@gmail.com. From our compound, from the West Coast to the East Coast to worldwide, both on the internet and terrestrial radio, you're listening to Gary Anderson on Night Dreams Talk Radio, After Dark.
And here I am. This is Gary, and we're back on Loveline. Now, if you're looking to meet a date for the weekend, you can on Loveline. Now, how Loveline works is that you call in and tell us your qualities about yourself. And then
Gary?
we will try.
Yeah.
Yes, James.
Gary, that's the other show, Gary. You're getting them confused, buddy. That's
the one I do on radio locally. I am so sorry. I guess we're doing Night Dreams Talk Radio, aren't we? Okay. Well, it's getting close to Christmas, and I have Alzheimer's and dementia. So, what do you want from me, James?
Gary, did your alarm go off for your medication yet?
No, not really.
Okay, I need to talk to your wife. Put her on the phone, please.
Oh, yeah. Well, she's not home from work yet.
Okay. They're letting you run wild with two dogs? Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah. That's scary, isn't it? Well, you know what? Getting into some of these other weird, wacky stories. Okay? Well, let's see. Okay. Okay, the man who ate the $120,000 banana at the Heart Show says, "Hey, I'm not sorry. I don't give a damn. It was a good tasting banana, and what are you going to do about it?"
It should be good tasting for $120,000, but that's all farce. Because here's the thing: if I was the artist, nobody's looking. I'd look around, put another banana up there. Who'd know the difference?
Oh yeah. Well, guess what? In Austria, there. Anyway, there is a major heat wave going on. They got a major fire going on that has been going rampant for weeks and taking up, whatever wood they have. Well, a guy figured out the best thing he could do is take his pork roast, put it in his car, And then when he came back 2 hours later, it was already cooked from the heat wave.
Yeah, I'm surprised his car didn't blow up from it. My goodness. Yeah, you could cook all kind of things in the car. Now, with that said, I don't know if I'd want to eat it, especially pork after we've had our pork discussion.
I know. You're absolutely right. But when I used to ride my Harleys, like from Tacoma, Washington, all the way up to go see my friend up in Pahrump, and, I would get hungry. And we were on a budget sometimes. Harleys were noted to be extremely hot. I mean, I got scars on my calves and my legs from the motor. Not even touching it, just riding it for long distances. And when you're going through the desert when it's like 115 degrees and that motor is hot in between your legs, I tell you what, it's like taking a electric stove and put in between your legs and turning the heat up. I got smart. I told my one son when we stopped in a little store, because there was no hamburger place by where we were at, out in the middle of nowhere, I got, some food. And I took some tin foil and I took Hot Pockets and I tucked it in between the heads of the motor. And I tell you what, after about a 5-10 mile ride far from doing that, I had perfectly cooked food.
It didn't taste like fumes or nothing like that?
No. If it did, I was so hungry I didn't notice it. I'll tell you what was really bad is when you got a son, it goes out and puts the briquettes in the barbecuer, right? And then pours a whole bunch of starting fluid in it and lights it, and then immediately puts the meat steaks, not like some nice T-bone steaks they were, on top of it. And I guess the fire went out, so he shot a little bit of off the side and didn't get on the meat. But I tell you what, you couldn't even eat the T-bone steaks. It tasted like, starting fluid.
Yeah.
I mean, it was horrible, disgusting.
Oh, yeah, it would make you sick. I got to ask, did he burn his eyebrows off? I mean, my goodness.
Well, a town in France took, believe it or not, ducks to court because they were quacking so much that the neighbors all around the area were complaining about these ducks just quacking. Well, the French court says they may keep quacking because they have the legal right to express themselves.
Now, that sounds like a kangaroo court right there, I got to say. The ducks are quacking. Oh, boy. Now, could you just imagine that donkey that got the DUI, walked into that court? What would he have to face?
I like to see the judge's expression. When you give I even like to have seen his commander, whoever was in charge of the precinct, or if it was the sheriff, or whoever, right? Why did you pull over a frickin' mule, a donkey, and give a sobriety test to it? What was in your mind? What were you smoking on the job or something, huh?
Oh, that doggy must have been, nipping a little bit of the bud and wasn't walking too straight, I guess, to get pulled over.
Oh, come on. Can you believe a law enforcement officer would pull over a donkey? And how can you give a sobriety test to a donkey? Are you going to say, well, can you lift your leg up and touch your nose? Can you say after me, baby or baby bumper rubber whatever, okay? Or she sells seashells down by the seashore. I mean, are you going to be able to say that? A donkey can't talk. So how would you even know it was intoxicated?
That's true.
How do you know it wasn't snorting cocaine? I mean, you pull over a poor defenseless donkey and you radio in that you pulled over a donkey and you're giving it a sobriety test. Now, come on. I mean, I've never heard of that before, but it's true.
Yeah, they'd have probably call in Mr. Ed just to be an interpreter for this donkey. They probably can't.
Yeah. Hi, Wilbur. But, I just can't believe a law enforcement would do that. What's he going to pull over next? A squirrel?
Yeah, a squirrel acting a little squirrely, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. What is going on with our country?
I don't know. You got to watch drunken animals on the road like donkeys. If you're in a restaurant and you've got to use the bathroom, you might want to check the toilet first before there's no pythons in there. There's all kind of stuff going on. If you're going into a restaurant in Venezuela, you don't want to step on your meal as you walk in. There's all kind of craziness out there, Gary.
I know, but a donkey, come on. I mean, I've never heard anything such ludicrous in my entire life. You know what? A race to eat, well, the biggest burger, a 10,000 calorie challenge. This sucker in the picture is like big as a toilet seat. And the two patties on it are like 2 inches thick each and covered with cheese. And then you also have to eat these massive French fries, all covered with cheese. This is on a tray that the waitress is barely holding up. And it's a challenge for somebody to eat this.
Yeah, that's like, give me a heart attack with two sides of a stroke and a coronary on the side. Gee, Merry Christmas, that's just too much.
Well, there was somebody here just recently on a hot dog challenge. Ate the most hot dogs possible a human could eat within the time frame, and then keeled over dead before he even got they announced he won the contest because they said the system just couldn't handle it all, and it caused him to have a heart attack.
Well, yeah, you could get toxicity from that stuff. I know that for years that Japanese guy there had to eat every year, would win by eating up like 100 of them. He only weighed like 120 pounds. I mean, he'd eat pretty much his weight in hot dogs. And it's like, how do you do it without killing yourself? Because that's that's so hard on all your organs, your liver, your stomach, and it's just bad.
Oh yeah. Well, you know who our guest is going to be at the top of the hour, don't you?
Well, I believe it's going to be Richard and Linda Smith.
And they're going to be talking about their newest book, The Kings Are Coming. It's about UFOs and their philosophy about it. So we're going to find out about that.
Yes, there's always different viewpoints and different experiences with these enigmas, and this is going to be another new one.
Yeah. Well, aliens are real. So you know that because look what the fence hasn't. Sure. Oh, we're not talking about those aliens, are we? Those are illegal aliens, right?
Did you see the picture I sent you it showed one of the government officials from Mexico? It's sitting on top of the wall.
You mean top of the wall? Yeah, I saw that. I thought this wall was designed that you could not climb it.
I know, he was sitting up there waving like it was a joke. Like, what is he doing up there?
Don't worry, that you can go down and buy a simple $5 tube and cut yourself a hole through it too. But I guess the wall is there for symbolize. It certainly isn't doing what it's supposed to do, keeping people out. Because if they want to go over it, they certainly can do it. They want to go underneath it. That's quite common too. And if they want to go through it, they just go down to, Home Depot and buy a hole cutter, and they can go right through it.
Well, there was a wall for years. It's right down Berlin. Look how many people jumped over and dived over it and flew over it and tunneled under it and all kind of craziness.
Now, haven't they learned anything from the Great China Wall? You think that stopped people from going there? I mean, they had their guards every, who knows how many guards they had. But they probably had a lot of guards. But, that the Great China Wall certainly wouldn't have stopped people. Even then, I'm sure they figured out how to get over it. Let alone today with our technology. I just think the money could have been spent better than trying to take people's disability away from them on Social Security, which now is somebody is talking about. They want to, make sure if you're on disability, if you have a mental health issue or a physical issue where you can't work, they want, or he wants you to go to the doctor every 6 months to prove that you're still eligible to keep getting disability. What's next? Going to raise Social Security to your 75 before you can start drawing it? It's scary. I mean, they start this, Reagan era they did.